I returned to the bedroom and demanded the phones, as I did not know where they were. She claimed that she had hidden them, and not to worry but have faith. She gave me an empty family-sized liquid Benadryl to throw away in the garbage bag she had in the tub, and I took the opportunity to look for the phones. Upon going to the bedroom, I heard a horrific sound of something rubbing against a latex balloon. She had stabbed herself for the first time. I ran to her bedside, and she said, "Please don't leave me alone to die, as I didn't leave the kids alone to die. When I pull the knife, it will go quick. I can feel it happening now." Before I could react, the knife was pulled and thrown on the floor someplace. There was blood, a lot of blood. I begged her to let me call, and I would take responsibility, as I felt it was my fault. I'll explain. After a while, nothing happened. She had more of her drink and asked me to leave for a few minutes as I was stressing her out. With all my pleading of asking her to go for help, where the phones were, etc., I took the opportunity to look in the boys' room for the phone in their hiding spaces. I couldn't go to the neighbors because 1. I would violate the agreement I made of not leaving her alone. Irrational, I know. And 2, where we lived, neighbors never seemed to be home due to work or mostly snowboarding. I heard the shower turn on, toilet flush, and sink running. Somehow she was up. I returned to the bedroom. She again was pounding another family-sized liquid Benadryl and gave me an empty bottle to throw away. I took the opportunity to look for the phones again. I asked where all the Benadryl was, and she said in the linen closet, a place I never went. And I looked there also, no phones. As I went back to the bedroom, I saw Meg on the bed holding the knife still in her abdomen, saying this one is out of principle as she pushed the knife into her liver. She pulled it out and dropped it on the bed as I ran to her. I said, "Let me get you help. I will take all the responsibility for this. My mother, my father, sister, and your grandparents will take care of you." She responded, "I have to be with my babies. Please pray my grandmother doesn't find out I killed the kids. It would kill her." Her grandmother was very, very close to me, and I knew this also, especially with the troubled family history of that side of the family. She then put my hand on a pillow, and she put it on her face and said, "Please help me pass. I'm in pain 10 times greater than childbirth, and I can't breathe." I said I couldn't, and she pleaded and pulled my hand to her face. I couldn't watch as she just left it there. Many moments later, she began hitting my arm, pulling it harder on her face, and then pushing it away as she was saying something. I thought she had changed her mind, but nope. She said, "I finally found something you suck at. I can still breathe." I told her I couldn't do it, and she pleaded. I started praying for the strength and the balls to do it. She died before I could help her. I couldn't do it. Moments later, she began breathing. I know now, reflex. And I said I'll ask forgiveness later. And I tried CPR until I physically couldn't anymore. This was the final act of my chapter of failure. I failed as a father, and I wasn't there to protect my children. The thing I blamed you most for, and I'm no better. I failed as a husband. I wasn't able to fix Meg or find someone that could, and I wasn't able to succeed in CPR administration. 3 times previously, I was a succession of patients, but that person that means the most to me, I failed on. So I wanted to die to be with my family, and I also felt I didn't deserve to live. After I cleaned up the kitchen, per request of Meg, I moved the children into our room, onto their mattress and comfortable sleeping positions onto a pillow.